New financial assistance programs and giveaways are happening this week, and I'm going to tell you all about that. But first, have you heard that the Affordable Connectivity Program is running out of money? The FCC chairman said that they have to start phasing out this program because the projected end date is less than 4 months away. However, there is good news. Congressional leaders have introduced a plan to renew that program for another year. The ACP extension bill has surprisingly strong bipartisan support in both the House and the Senate. In fact, it already has over 400 endorsements so far, which is a strong signal that it may pass. This extension is incredibly important for the millions of people who rely on this program to get affordable internet access. So this is something I'll be watching closely and I will be reporting on in the future. So make sure you're subscribed for updates. Now, of course, the ACP program is not the only one undergoing changes right now. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development has published a notice saying that they intend to change the income caps for low-income housing. Basically, the new rules would say that the annual income limits can increase by up to 10% a year instead of just 5% per year. Now, this is both good and bad news depending on your perspective. It means that families who earn close to the upper limits will remain eligible for housing assistance longer. But it also means that there may be more competition for low-income housing because more people may be eligible. This is just a proposal for now. HUD is accepting comments on this until February 9th, so if you'd like to let them know what you think, you can leave a comment on the new rules at regulations.gov. Now let's get into those new financial assistance programs I found this week. The Assistance Fund helps people who are underinsured cope with the financial cost of treatment for life-threatening, chronic, or rare diseases. We've talked about different programs like this before. You may recognize names like the PAN Foundation or NORD. They all kind of do the same thing. Well, the Assistance Fund has a new fund available to help people who have been diagnosed with neurofibromatosis. This is a condition that causes tumors to grow on the nervous system. If you've been diagnosed with this and need help with your medical expenses like copays, insurance, or medical bills, the Assistance Fund may be able to help you. You can apply at tafcares.org or call 833-603-3696 to speak to a patient advocate. Now, there are a lot of new guaranteed income programs happening, and a lot of them are happening in Texas. Uplift Harris's application is open now, so please check that out. El Paso County has also announced that they'll be launching a program as well. Their program will pay $500 a month to around 135 households in the area. This program is going to be managed by UpTogether, and I'm pretty sure you can register for UpTogether now, and they'll notify you if you're eligible when the program launches. So you might want to do that. The hope is that this program will start mailing out checks by summertime. Now, if you're not eligible for those, don't worry. There are still a ton of class action settlements open right now that might be able to send you some money too. I'm going to review just a couple of these really quickly. You can always find more information in the application links on our website at lowincomerelief.com as well. Millions of people are eligible for the new Verizon settlement. If you are or were a Verizon customer between 2016 or 2023, you may have received an email about this. The checks are expected to be worth up to $100, and it took me less than 90 seconds to complete the claim form. That's probably the quickest $100 I've ever got in my life. So please don't miss out on this if you're eligible. Of course, there are other checks available as well. If you purchased Cottonelle flushable wipes in late 2020, you may be eligible for a refund. Visit wipesettlement.com by January 16th to file your claim. Snap Finance experienced a data breach back in 2022 and is now settling with affected customers. You can file your claim at snapfinancedatasettlement.com by January 16th. If you bought Good Belly probiotic drinks between 2017 and 2023, you may also be eligible for some money. You have to claim that by January 29th. And of course, for people in Florida, if you received collection calls from Bank of America after 9 p.m. or before 8 a.m. during a certain period of time, you may be entitled to a substantial payout. Class action estimates that you'll get up to $500 a person from this settlement, and it covers all calls made after April 22nd, 2020. You can file your claim at electroniccommunicationssettlement.com by January 26th. Now, for an even bigger payout, make sure to check out the open claims available from our sponsor, Injury Claims, at lowincomerelief.com/claims. They have a ton of high-paying personal injury claims open right now, and you could be eligible for significant financial compensation if you're eligible for any of those. You can browse all of their open cases at lowincomerelief.com/claims. And if you're still waiting for a check from the Facebook settlement I told you about last year, don't worry, the money is coming, but there have been a few problems that have caused delays. There were 28 million applications filed, making this one of the largest number of claims ever filed in a class action in America, and as a result, it's taking a long time to weed through all those applications. And of course, 2 objectors filed a notice of appeal, which has brought everything to a screeching halt. The settlements cannot be distributed until the appeals are resolved, so now they are working to resolve those appeals so that everyone can get their checks. The money is coming, but unfortunately, there is no timeline for when it will arrive. Now, before we move on to the other assistance programs I found this week, I do want to address just a few things I've been seeing in the comments lately. It seems like every single week we're getting tons of people in the comments who accuse me of being a liar and making stuff up for money. Honestly, I understand why you might think this. A lot of YouTubers are just straight up liars, and there are some channels I've been made aware of that are deliberately deceiving low-income people because they want the views and the cash. I think that's despicable. So I want to be very clear about this. That is not how low-income relief works. My integrity is very important to me. Your well-being is very important to me. I'm never going to lie or intentionally mislead you on this channel. I spend hours and hours researching this stuff, and you are always welcome to check my sources. I publish articles with links to all the original reports and the application links and everything you need at lowincomerelief.com to make it easy for you to verify everything I'm saying. Also, recently, a lot of people have been saying that our videos aren't relevant to them, or their state isn't mentioned often enough. I know that's frustrating, so I just want to clarify something else. I look through the headlines for every single state as I prepare these videos to make sure that no one is left out, but sometimes there just aren't updates in certain areas. That being said, every video that I prepare includes nationwide news that is applicable to everyone all over the United States. For example, in this video, we've talked about changes to the ACP program, changes to HUD guidelines, and class action settlements that are mostly available to everyone in the United States. Just remember, even if I don't mention your state by name, each video does contain information that is relevant to you and should be incredibly useful to you. Now, in fact, here's another nationwide program for you. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Program is now open for applications. You may be eligible for this if you are the child of a veteran with a 50% or higher VA disability rating, or if you are the child of someone who lost their life while serving in the military after 9/11. Applications are open until March 27th for this program, which can help pay for your tuition, books, housing, meals, or other school supplies. You can apply online at legion.org. If you live in Florida, the Miami Dolphins have announced that the Nat Moore Scholarship and Vocational Grant Endowment Program application is also open. This program can provide $10,000 toward the cost of your college education or $3,500 toward the cost of a vocational program. You can apply on the Miami Dolphins website if you're interested. Low-income adults in Michigan can take a free humanities course at Calvin University as well. This class is worth 8 credits and includes free childcare, transportation to class, and even dinner. This is offered through their Wayfinder program, which is open to people who do not already have a bachelor's degree. You are not required to have a high school diploma or GED to participate. There are, however, only 25 seats available, so you need to make sure that you enroll online right away at calvin.edu. Immigrants in Massachusetts who can't use the FAFSA application can apply for state financial assistance through the MAFSA application. That's the Massachusetts application for state financial aid. Oh, and here's a really interesting program I found this week. Miami, Florida is considering a proposal that would subsidize car purchases and car insurance for low-income people in the city. Through this program, the low-income car buyer would pay less than 25% of the vehicle's value. That means you could buy a car for a quarter of the usual price. This program would be funded by the city to enhance mobility and employment opportunities in the area. Now, back in Massachusetts, the state is taking steps to increase payments for child care providers through the state's child care subsidies. This will increase the reimbursement rate by about $2,000 per child per year on average. The hope is that this will get more child care providers to participate and make it easier for parents to find those people who are willing to accept the state subsidy. Now, of course, parents all over the United States can now get help from the Parents Anonymous Helpline. This hotline provides 24/7 emotional support through calls, texts, and chats. The line is available for parents, caregivers, and young people up to age 25 years old who need someone to talk to. This service is completely free and funded by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. If you'd like to speak to someone, you can reach out to their helpline at 855-427-2736 or start a chat at nationalparentyouthhelpline.org. And speaking of helplines, don't forget to call our sponsor, Care Connect USA's bankruptcy advice line at 888-204-7732 before you make any big decisions. We've received a lot of questions from people asking about bankruptcy lately, and that is a very big decision that can have very big consequences. It is not a decision that should be made lightly, and it's also not something I am qualified to advise on. So be sure to reach out to the Care Connect helpline at 888-204-7732 if you have questions. In healthcare news, low-income people in California may be eligible to get free coverage from Kaiser Permanente's community healthcare program. This program provides healthcare with no monthly premium, and it usually has no copays or out-of-pocket costs at KP facilities either. You may be eligible if your income is between 138% and 300% of the federal poverty level, if you're not eligible for other healthcare coverage, and you live in a Kaiser Permanente, California service area. Make sure you apply at charitablehealth.kaiserpermanente.org/California before January 31st if you are eligible. Now in New York, the Smiles to Go program from the University of Buffalo has 2 mobile dental clinics that travel throughout Western New York. These mobile clinics can provide exams, cleanings, fillings, sealants, fluoride treatments, and extractions for low-income adults and children. Call the Smiles to Go program for details. Now let's talk about some new housing initiatives. A new program is matching seniors who need affordable housing with people who have spare bedrooms in San Diego, California. This program helps adults who are at least 55 years old and have an income that is 120% or less of the area median income. If you qualify, you'll pay just 30% of your monthly income toward rent, or you can choose to exchange services like gardening or cleaning for rent. The program is expected to start in summer 2024, and you can contact the San Diego Housing and Community Development Services for details. Now, if you own your home, you need to be aware that most homeowner assistance funds either have closed or are closing soon. Delaware's mortgage relief program is running out of money, so it will no longer provide financial help with HOA fees, homeowners insurance, or lot rent fees. They can still help you with late mortgage payments, property taxes, or utilities, but you need to apply by the end of January to get that assistance. The Iowa Homeowner Assistance Fund can provide up to $35,000 for home repairs or past due mortgage payments if you're a low-income homeowner. However, the application deadline is January 31st, so you need to act fast. Now, on the other hand, Wichita, Kansas has a new home repair program that is opening on February 1st. This program will be able to replace furnaces, fix water lines, repair sewer problems, update electrical systems, and more. In fact, it can provide up to $25,000 if you're a low-income homeowner that qualifies. Home buyer programs are also having a hard time right now. Washington, D.C. has already run out of funds for their Home Buyer Assistance Fund, and that fund will not be replenished until October. In the meantime, Wisconsin's Metcalf Park Homeownership Initiative is helping low-income people become homeowners. This program is selling homes for between $40,000 and $80,000 to eligible people in the area. Connecticut's Eviction Prevention Fund is also still going strong. This fund can provide up to $18,500 in assistance to people who need help staying in their homes or moving to a more affordable one. In both Oregon and Washington, qualifying Northwest natural gas customers can receive up to 80% off their monthly bills through the new Income Qualified Bill Discount Program. Interestingly, you don't seem to have to provide any proof of income to apply. You just need to fill out the application at nwnatural.com to get your discount. Now let's quickly review those giveaways I told you about. There are some fun ones this week. In Missouri, St. Louis locals who have never visited the Arch may be able to win a free visit. The winner will receive 4 free tram tickets, 4 admissions to the documentary movie and virtual reality theater. The winner will not even have to pay for parking because it'll be covered by iParkit. To enter, you just need to find the giveaway post on the Gateway Arch ATL's Instagram page, like the post, and leave a comment about what you're most looking forward to with your visit. You need to do this by Monday, January 15th to be entered, so please go do that right away. The Hidalgo County Community Service Agency in Texas is giving away free space heaters and smoke detectors for low-income families. You need to provide proof of residency and income. You can call them for details. And finally, I stuttered and I missed my notes. All right. Wyoming State Parks is running a giveaway as well. You could get one of 3 Yeti coolers if you create a registration account on the Wyoming State Parks page and opt into their marketing emails. You must confirm your subscription to their newsletter to be entered into the giveaway. The giveaway will close on February 29th. Now, don't forget to go check out our video about the top 10 low-income grants of 2024 for more ways that you can save money and get free stuff. I'll see you there.